Welcome to Pull the Pin Radio, a place where average veterans come to share their opinions about the world we live in. We can't guarantee you're going to like our opinions.
But we're going to love giving them to you.
I'm Jim.
And I am Theman Jimmy James.
All right, let's pull the pin. Well, welcome, Mr. Seaman, Jimmy. Anyways, welcome. I love having you here, man. You're just, you're too much.
I'm pretending to be one of those Navy boys today.
You're gonna upset all our Navy watchers, Navy viewers there.
Look, shout there's nothing but love.
Brian.
Nothing but love.
Nothing but love, right? But love.
But love, exactly.
Yes. All right. Anyways, this is a War Room episode where we talk about headlines and we've read or not read. We haven't read. You know the damn intro. We're just going to bring up some damn headlines and we're going to talk about them from our perspective as veterans. And like I asked Nate, why is it important that you listen to our perspective?
Because it's better than everybody else's.
All right, that'll work. That's definitely works. So let's get going, and we'll go right to the first headline, and you'll be able to answer this one right off the bat because Army-Navy game, okay, you must have been in that game, hotel rooms given away to migrants, travel agent says.
Well, for starters, I was playing on both sides of that ball.
What, were you the tight end?
Look. Wait. So Army.
This is really an immigration question, not a football question.
Right.
A headline. I'm
okay.
Sorry.
So the hotel rooms were given away to migrants.
In other words, the people coming to watch the game had nowhere to stay because they put migrants in these hotel rooms.
I mean, who's they?
The people coming to watch the game. Oh, you mean the government?
Yeah.
I assume this local government. Where's that game played?
I mean, it depends. If it's a Navy game, I think it's Annapolis.
Maryland, which is
and
then New York would be the other choice, right? West Point, is that where the Army plays?
Yeah.
So you're talking about New York and Maryland.
Yeah, it would be whoever had. I don't know where the game was played.
So I'm going to assume New York, right? Because that would make sense because New York is a sanctuary state.
Yeah, but isn't the governor telling all of them, that they?
No.
They need to find somewhere else to go.
No. The governor's telling everybody that we can't handle this. We're going to fall apart. It's Abbott's fault for sending them to us. That's what the governor's telling people. Oh. In the same time, they're paying hotels money to support these people.
But why?
Because they're idiots.
I mean, if I went to go visit New York, are they going to put me up in a hotel?
No. But if you said your name was Jose and you're from, some foreign
Guadalajara.
Country. Yeah, that place. Maybe.
My name is Cornholio and I am from Lake Titicaca.
Yeah, so it's sad, but this is what's happening.
I mean,
American dollars are going to pay
No.
What?
Not American dollars, New York dollars.
Well, no, you say that, right? You say that, but you got to understand, you're a finance guy. You know how this stuff works, right? So when California spends all their money on garbage and then they go bankrupt, they go to the federal government and say, hey, we can't do your stuff. This is just like the Air Force used to do. The Air Force has been doing this stuff for years. I told you that every branch gets the same amount of money. And the Air Force goes and buys nice barracks for their people, gets containers for deployments so their Air Force guys can have air conditioning in the desert. They buy all this stuff for their people. And then they go and say, well, we tried to build this runway, but we ran out of money. And then the federal government says, well, we need the runway, so we'll give you the extra money. They've been doing it for years, dude, where the Marines buys tanks and stuff and the Army buys bullets and stuff or vice versa, whatever. Then they have no money left for their people. Then it's we get tents.
No, the Marines spend all their money on fancy uniforms
and crayons.
And then they have to buy fucked up secondhand Army tanks.
But you get what I'm saying, though. That's been a tactic forever. So that's what these states do too. They get federal grant money because they spent their money wrong. It's just like the whole crash in the market. Like that's something you could probably, because we take your money, We go and invest it in stupid investments. Then we lose all your money. And then we go to the government and say, hey, we're going to collapse. Our banks are going to close unless you give us more of the taxpayer money.
Too
And
big to fail.
right. And that's what they do. And the people, the common citizen, doesn't see that. They don't realize that they just took your money, made a bad investment, lost your money, and then they came back to the federal government to get more of your money to keep them afloat.
Yeah.
And nobody's held accountable because it just slips right past the common citizen. This is what they're probably doing in New York. That's what they do in these big cities. And then they take money from the state, from upstate New York, who wants nothing to do with their stupid policies and stuff. And they take money from them because they make bad decisions.
Did you like that layup I gave you there?
Yeah,
American
yeah,
dollars? No. Oh,
yeah, yeah,
it's a total setup. You're welcome.
yeah. All right. Well, we'll move on to the next one because you know what? That's what we need to keep this one moving. All right. This one, Hillary Clinton calls for formally deprogramming Trump supporters. Did you see this video or no? She
No.
said it. She definitely said it. And I could have showed the video, but I didn't get it.
Wait, who is Hillary Clinton? I thought she lost a presidential election and was lost to obscurity
She's still
after
fighting
that.
it, dude. She's still fighting the election. It was unfair. She got cheated.
Oh, you mean when she
That election's the only one
cheated
you're allowed
Bernie
to complain
Sanders
about.
just to get the nomination?
Yes.
That election? She got
Yes.
cheated in that one?
Dude,
Okay.
how you think these Clintons are not corrupt? Like I look at people now and anybody who supports Hillary, like there's people diehard Hillary supporters out there. And these people to me, like, I don't know, dude. I don't know what world you have to live in to not notice this corruption. Like, I just don't get it. Like, don't get me wrong. We all have our blind spots, our scotomas, and our bias and ignorance. You know what I mean? We all have that because the worst thing is what you don't know, right? But these people can see what this woman has done. You know, they can see the hypocrisy of her saying, oh, that was an unfair election, and now trying to vilify anybody now who said the Biden one was an unfair election. Like, people can see that. They can see the Epstein stuff. They can see all this stuff. Yet they still, is your pacemaker still going off?
Yeah.
Is it time to take the blue pill?
No, that alarm is from the blue pill, right? Like
Oh,
anytime I get overly excited, my blood pressure spikes and it's like,
okay.
calm
All right, we won't talk
down.
about Hillary then. I know that excites you. All right. So again, this is stupid. Um, Deprogramming. It's like I guess the part that really puzzles me is how these people don't see that they're doing the exact same things they're calling other people out for doing.
So deprogramming, isn't that what Joseph Stalin did in the gulags?
Hello, and they're calling
Wait a
Trump
sec.
supporters cultists, right? They're the ones that say, "Oh, take the shot, it works." All this stuff. They're never defying anything they was, and they're calling Trump supporters cultists. Let me put this on the record. You can call me a Trump supporter all you want. You can call me MAGA, whatever. MAGA, I prefer because I don't care about Trump. You understand? I don't care about Trump. I
Nope.
do stand for what he believes in and what he fought for. Now, if I can have a better version of Trump in a minute, I would take him. But he is standing for what most common sense. What are you trying? You're I can't see. You're in the
No, I'm
ocean.
saying I could be a better Trump than Trump.
Right. But so what these MAGA people stand for is what he's standing for. And they know they support
Yes.
Trump because he's impenetrable to all the corruption that's existed for years.
Mm,
Well, look, he survived this long, dude. I mean, the dude has been indicted twice, charged 150 million times, and he's still the
facts.
top leading candidate.
Yeah.
He has his own damn money, which they're trying to take right now. And I
Yeah.
guarantee you right now, even if they put this man in prison behind bars, I guarantee you he will still get elected if it's a fair election.
Can you run? I mean,
Yes. There's a guy
is
who
it
was in prison who was still on the ballot. Yes,
interesting?
you can.
I know you can't vote in prison,
Right.
but nobody says that you can't run. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But my point is, even at that, we have the write-in, right? We have a write-in ballot because I used
Yeah.
it one year.
Yeah, oh
Um,
yeah, yeah, me too.
Yeah, so you can write him in. So I guess my point, what I'm getting to say is, all they're doing is martyring this guy, and it's not even about him. Like, I could care less. Trump will fade away. He's what, 70 some odd years old, 80. I don't know how old the man is, but he's going to go fade away at some point. We all do. And it ain't going to be about Trump, although they're making it about Trump. They're
Yeah.
making him the best president that ever existed because of what they're doing to him. If they just left it alone, he'd be gone. 4 years, 8 years, be gone. Unless he pulled an Obama and actually is pulling the strings with a different guy in charge. I get mad at commentators all the time to do that. They sit there and they're Biden this, Biden this. Come on, dude. Biden is not running this country. There's no way. The dude can't even pull up his pants. He's not making decisions. Obama is the first president who bought property in D.C., right near D.C. Capitol, right after his presidency. And guess what? All of his people are working for Biden. Wow, this one's tough to figure out. He even has a speech. Did you ever see his interview when he
No.
talked about that? Oh yeah, he talked about it. He wouldn't want a third term, but if he can be in the ear and talk to a person in charge, he predicted it. He's basically said that this is what he want to do, what he's doing right now. He's running this country from the behind the curtain. He is. They're going to Obama. They're not going to Biden. Biden can't even pull up his pants after he goes to the bathroom. There's no way
Wait.
they're
You're
going to
assuming
him.
that he actually got his pants down before he went to the bathroom.
Correct. It's probably diapers. I get it. I got it. I get it. But the point is, it's a bunch of garbage. And Hillary Clinton, she's the worst human being next to a lot of these other people. But, anyways, you got anything else to add to this? Because we can move on. That's a no. Okay, so let's move to Nancy Mace endorses Jim Jordan for Speaker. You don't have to comment on either or, but this is about the House Speaker deal, which I thought would be great to talk about. Did you watch all that drama?
No.
No? Do you want me to enlighten you?
No, the only speaker I have in my house is attached to my television.
Oh, well, and you don't have surround sound?
No, I have one of those little sound bar
Sound
things
bars,
that
it's
goes.
supposed to sound like surround sound? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's new technology. I don't know. But anyways, McCarthy was a speaker and he promised the small handful of, I guess you'd call them MAGA people, that they were going to get their way or get some concessions. And the things they were asking for was reasonable, like single item bills. You know what I mean? No more omnibus bills where they stick Ukraine
Oh,
money in with,
that would be
all that stuff.
nice.
Right. So they were asking for that. They even asked for, single voter stuff, all this stuff that they were asking for. It's all reasonable stuff. So that's what they used as leverage to say, okay, McCarthy, we'll put you in the speaker. They wanted, inquiries on what was Biden was doing. They wanted all this stuff. They wanted people held accountable. But McCarthy's slow rolling all that stuff. And then I guess the tipping point, I think, from what I understand, was this last bill that came out to keep the government open. McCarthy went and made a back deal with the Democrats and said, look, you sign this 45-day bill and we'll put the Ukraine money in the next one or something. So he went and defied his promise, and that pissed off people like Matt Gaetz and whatever. The people, again, like Trump, that stand for the stuff I believe in, and I think most Americans believe in. Well, I hate when people do that. Oh, I speak for most Americans. But I think a lot of people support the idea. And they ousted him. And right now, I think Jim Jordan's a good person to put in there. But again, they're just politicians, dude.
Well, and that's part of the problem, right? I mean, because, historically speaking, politicians for 2,500 years have been just telling people what they want to hear
Mm-hmm.
to get into a position, and then they go up there and they do what the fuck they want.
Right.
Um, and and it bugs the hell out of me when people start talking about, well, this is a travesty to our democracy. Well, I hate to break it to you, but the United States does not have a democracy.
Right.
We don't. If we had a real democracy, half the shit going on wouldn't be going on. What we have is a democratic republic, which means that we democratically elect our
I thought it was
representatives.
a constitutional republic with a democratic process.
Well, so that part lost its luster when they put the voting of senators in the hands of the people instead of in the hands of the state legislatures, which is where it was originally supposed to be according to the um, original constitution. But that got changed. So yes, we do have a constitutional republic, but it's leaning more towards a democratic republic now. But it's still a republic, so um, you have to assume that your republics, your representatives, are representing your values. And I think when you break it down, I can speak for most Americans, um, but we
Well,
said at the beginning of the show that we don't speak for all Americans. We just speak for all veterans. Um,
right, which we don't really either. We put that
yeah.
out before, but yeah.
Um, but like, because a lot of the things that are lumped into that MAGA mindset that they, like, okay, yeah, we don't want, you know, billions of dollars a year in federal aid going to countries that consistently oppose us in every UN proposition that we've ever made. Right?
Right,
Yeah, no, fuck those guys. Why are we giving them money? I mean, I
right.
get it. We as America, we try to buy favor with other countries. Okay, it's a political tool that's been used for a millennia. Okay, but
Mhm.
if it's not working, fuck them. Why are we still giving them money?
Well, you make a great point, and that ties into the immigration. Like you have these little, oh, everybody should come here, people, open border people, right? But they don't understand is we send millions of dollars to these countries so they can help these poor people. Now, if their country's corrupt and their oligarchs are taking their money, then they need to fight in their country to get their country back, not come
Yeah,
to ours. And if that's the case, then let's stop sending money to these people. If we're going to take care of them all, then stop sending money overseas to other countries.
yeah,
Stop it.
yeah.
Stop
I mean,
funding Ukraine if they're going to all come here and try to get on our money and take our money. Stop it.
well, I mean, I already don't approve of sending money to Ukraine, regardless.
Right. Me too. Right.
Yeah, because Ukraine is,
Oh, but democracy is at stake.
who gives a shit? They don't have a democracy in Russia?
And that's not our problem anyway. If they want a
Yeah,
democracy in their country, they'll fight for it, just like we did.
yeah.
Just like we did. We lost a lot of lives
Hmm.
to get our country the way it is.
Yep.
We didn't have
Yeah.
somebody coming in here saving us.
Eh,
We had support, but they didn't come in and save us.
the French.
But they didn't come save us.
No, no, they didn't come in and save us.
They
They
supported
just,
us.
yeah, they sent us some generals and some boats and some guns.
Right. So that's support. So here, win your war, get your country. And guess what we do to every other country in this world? Most every other, even hell, even Iran, we just sent them we send them support. Whether it's guns, weapons, people, ideas, we send them stuff. You fight for your freedom. It's when we go into countries like Iraq and we try to do the work, that's when things get all jacked up. Those
See, I
people don't want our
disagree.
democracy. Really? Why is that?
Yeah. Hmm?
Why? Tell me why. I mean,
Well, again, let's go take a look in our history book for a minute.
mhm,
Okay. So my thing is that if you're going to go in and break things down and rebuild them from scratch, rebuild them in our own image, right?
right, right.
Um, it's not an overnight process. Okay. So again, let's take a look at, historically our most militant enemy, right? Okay. So, we look at Germany. Okay. So, you've got the Franco-Prussian War, right? Germany attacks France, right? They weren't Germany then, but whatever. It would be Germany. It's Prussia, but whatever. So, 30 years later, you have Germany attacking France again, right? And so um, you don't fix it. You go in there, you kick their ass, and you leave, right? And then Lo and behold, here we go. 20 years later, again, third time, right? It's only World War II, but it's still the third time
But I
in
think
less
you're
than
proving
100
my point,
years.
though. I think you're proving
But
my point.
but hang on.
All right.
But how did Germany get drawn out of ever starting another war? Because we went in there and we beat their ass and we never left. There are
Right.
still US bases
Right.
in
Right. Because
Germany
because
today.
we're there. Right. But if we were to leave, what would happen? See, this is what I'm saying. You're proving my point. It's like Japan. Take Japan, for instance. We spend money to rebuild Japan, but they have their own culture. They don't want our democracy. They don't want us to be, they don't want to be our image. They don't want to be that. So no matter how much we go in and try to enforce it in these people, Iraq, Iran, all these other countries, they don't want our crap. We think they should be like us, but they don't want it. So unless we do exactly like you said, stay in there, occupy them, and babysit to make sure they keep it, that's the only way it's going to work. But that's not right.
It doesn't matter whether it's right or not. That's the only way it works.
Right. So then we'll have to be in every
Because
country in the world in order for them to be like us.
no, I'm not saying they have to be like us. But for example,
What were we even
Japan,
talking
you
about? What
said
brought
they.
this up?
Oh, I
I don't
don't
even know how
know.
we got to this.
I blame white people.
Definitely not the headline, right?
Yeah, no. What's the next headline?
Let's do this. This is the last one. Biden approves new U.S. Mexico border wall construction.
What?
You know
Where's
it.
everybody calling him a racist because he wants to hate
Well,
on
do
Mexicans?
you know what this is, though, right? Even the Jean Pierre, whatever that silly press lady is, whatever her name is, I don't know. She's dumb as a rock and lies like she's a terrible liar. Even she was trying to say, well, we have to do this because it's the law. But you know what this is? I actually saw another politician speaking out of the side of his mouth telling you exactly what this is. They're doing this because in the omnibus bill is going to be billions of dollars for Ukraine. So when the Republicans say, no, we're not passing this bill, they get to say, look, they don't want to support the border wall. There's money in the bill for the border wall. They don't want to support it. So they're getting to blame the Republicans for not supporting securing the border by doing this when they have no intention of doing the wall. No
Well,
intention. They're already selling this stuff and paying people not to build the wall.
again, the wall has been being built for decades. It was getting built in George Sr.'s
Mhm.
administration. It got built all through the Clinton administration. It got built all through George Jr.'s administration. It got built all through the Obama administration. We've been building this wall for fucking ever. It's not some new thing that Trump just came up with. It was really, people make it out like it was this literal thing.
Well, the
And
Democrats actually wanted to build a wall. It's on record. They were for building the
yeah,
wall years before Trump came up.
well,
Yeah.
it's built. I mean, not entirely built, but it's being built and has been being built. I mean, do you know how many miles there are on the U.S. Mexican border?
I haven't walked it in a while,
Yeah,
ever.
I mean,
Like,
I haven't walked
ever.
it since the last time I had a balloon of cocaine up my backside.
Oh,
Um,
is that one of the ones that were floating from China? You caught it? And you shoved it up?
in
That
the
was pretty impressive.
Navy.
That was pretty impressive. So anyway, so you're going to build a wall. We're going to build a wall, right? That's what's going to
Yeah,
happen. That's
I
the end
mean,
result.
yeah, I love the wall.
That's
Matter
what
of
I'm talking
fact,
about.
I think once we get done with the one down in Mexico, we need to build one up on the Canadian border
Oh,
too.
I totally
You know,
concur. I
yeah,
totally concur.
because
It
the
won't be long
last
before the
thing we
Canadians
need,
come.
yeah, the last thing we need is like you know more Justin Bieber's coming over,
Oh, yes.
more Alanis Morissette's,
Well,
more Celine Dion's. Ugh.
Trudeau is just destroying that country anyway.
Well,
It's
yeah,
like
they're
a
they're going to
suburb
end up
of New
coming
York
down here as
City.
refugees soon
Yes, we're gonna have
anyway.
to take them in anyway. But speaking of refugees, let's go ahead and end this episode. I don't know, man. I enjoy our conversations, but I hope everybody's not upset because we usually keep them a little shorter.
That's because
But
I talk too much. My bad, y'all.
well, no, there's nothing wrong with that. Nate just doesn't like to engage as much conversation, and you do. That's fine. I don't mind it as long as the viewers don't mind it, which is, and even if they do, who cares? We're here for us, right? Not the viewers because they're not sending us any money. except Johnny and Christine. Well, they're not sending me money either, but it's not even about money. But anyways, thanks. Oh, damn, I forgot your name already. You're not some Bin Laden guy or anybody today. So, you're
I'm
the Seaman guy.
Seaman Jimmy
Yeah,
James.
there you go. Well, thank you for showing up, Mr. Seaman Jimmy James. I didn't even want to say it. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, whatever, for like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. And until then,
Ring the bell so you get those notifications.
Godspeed.
And pull the pin.
Boom.
I forgot the boom again.
Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin Already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.